Up next on the Tesla Plaid channel. Bradenton Motorsports Park, January 13th, 2022. It's early. We've got some rule changes here, so the Plaid's running flat out. That's great news. Let's see what 9-second cars we can line up with here tonight. All right, for this first pass, we just jumped in here. I know nothing about this car. Pretty hellacious though. I'm not expecting to win this one, but I am hoping to run a 9.2. Fortunately, we didn't have time to warm up drag strip mode all the way, and it's super sticky out here. Let's see what we can do. That felt like a darn good start to our evening. Thank you. All right, we're back in the 920s with a 929 with a 7 at 148.5 with an 08 reaction, a 150 60 foot. Not great on the 60 foot, but under 4 seconds on the 330, 399, and a 603 eighth mile. Good first run. It's been a little while since we ran a 9.2, but not sure why we're not running in the 150s. Let's see if we can cross 150 tonight. This is purely speculation, but it seems odd that after all the software updates recently, and especially with these new rules coming down about cars running up to 150 miles an hour, my car has not run anywhere near 150 since then. And I'm partly wondering whether one of these software updates have done something with the top speed, because the very first time we came out to this track, I made just a easy going pass. I was in Plaid mode, not drag strip. I didn't try launch control. I just went out there and eased into it and ran 151.9 miles an hour. And yet if you look at the last couple times I've been out here, 149 seems to be the limit, even on a roll race. Again, this is just speculation. But all those runs I used to have 151 to 153, they're just not happening anymore, even though the ET is there. So it seems like the car is giving me maybe a little more power in the first half of the track and a little less power at the very top end. We'll be making more passes, and thankfully this track is now Plaid friendly. I don't have confirmation of that NHRA rule change yet, but the same rule that they apply out at Orlando, that as long as you're 100% production stock with no modifications, that rule now seems to apply here at Bradenton as well, according to the track manager that I spoke to on the phone today. So that's good news. Let's make some more passes, see how many more 9.2s we can run, and see if we can cross that 150. This yellow Redeye looks pretty cool. This yellow and black, got a pretty aggressive tire on there. Looks like a AG Street Pro on a beadlock wheel. Looking forward to seeing it next time. Now that we're allowed 13 seconds. Check out this Vega. Big tire slicks. Wheelie bars, of course. That's a fast looking car. Chevy Vega. Always like these Monzas. This one's on big tire slicks. We got Big Al out here in the Orange Crush. All right, the first race we lined up with another car other than that random first test pass is going to be with the modified Redeye Challenger. Remember, this car is 920 horse, dynoed at the wheels, running on E85 and a number of mods. We ran them on Saturday as well. Mike, you're on the E85 tonight and
yes.
920? Yep. Sweet. Traction's been good tonight because we don't have nearly as many cars. It's a few dozen cars as opposed to 200. So Mike had a couple of 9-second passes already, mid-nines, at over 140. So we're gonna have a good competitive race this time. All right, we've got a rematch from Saturday against the Redeye Challenger, modified to E85 and a whole bunch of mods. You can see all the details, the modifications on this car in our last video. He explains what injectors he's got, pulleys, all the rest of it. But he's got 920 horsepower at the wheels, and he's running mid-nines tonight. So as long as we don't screw something up, we should be able to take this race. The track is sticky, it was just prepped. That was the first car down. I don't think any car has been down in this lane. Maybe a motorcycle. I don't want to cut the tree so close to risk a red. Whoa, pro tree, I forgot about that. Now he's way on him. Dang it. I don't think I can catch him. Darn Whoa, pro tree, I forgot about that. Now he's way out on me. Dang it. I don't think I can catch him. Darn it. Darn it. Well, unless you hear me talking about a pro tree as I'm pulling up to the light, you know that it's completely not on my mind. So that's what happens. I lost that race on the tree. But hey, now we're 1 for 1 on the last couple races, and only now the car finally says drag strip mode ready. Take it out of that. We weren't quite there. Should have been a fast pass, but that's how you lose a race on the light. As you saw in my previous race tonight, I was on the full tree Sportsman, which is my normal tree. Thank you. Yeah, 0.7. Reaction time, that's going to lose every time. So I ran a 937 at 146.8 with a 152/60 foot, a 608 eighth mile, which is all right at 119. Again, we're nowhere near 150. I'll see if Mike's willing to run again, and I'll keep reminding myself of the tree as I pull up to it. But that reaction time, 0.778, killed us, and he knew it was a pro tree, and somewhere in the back of my brain I knew it was a pro tree, but I certainly didn't know at the moment I rolled up to that light. So that's on me. Hopefully he'll give us another race, and we'll remind ourselves what the tree is as we pull up. Nice pass, Mike. I couldn't catch you.
Yeah, that was a trackless on fire. That was a 136/60 foot.
Yeah, I want to see that ticket. It's not on the app tonight.
Yeah, I don't know why they don't have the app working.
Yeah. And, if you want to run again tonight, I'm going to remind myself ahead of time that it's a pro tree.
Pro tree.
13660 foot.
But
6.0 to the quarter mile, to the 8th mile.
oh, 946, sweet. Wow, so we were barely a tenth apart, 0.12 apart on our ETs, and obviously you had me by 0.3 on that reaction.
Yeah, the
I was going into launch mode. I was just on my, you know, thinking I'm going to see 3 yellows and because I ran once before on the other side. And
I gave the track the confidence, like, okay, it's been hooking, I'm going to go hard on this 60 foot. So that was the best 60 foot.
You know, you had me at the 8th mile on ET.
6.0.
607 to my 608.
Oh yeah. Oh.
Yeah. I didn't think your car was out 8th miling my car on ET, but that's amazing. Obviously at 330 also.
But the big thing is going from, what is that, what is my mile per hour at the 8th?
115.
115 up to 142. Like,
yeah.
It's a top end car, but it did goodness in the 8th.
Yeah. Where I was at 119 and then up to 146.
Yeah.
But, you know, I'm almost wondering if this latest software update in my car cut the top end somehow. Because I used to be going over 150 every pass, and now I'm never over 150 anymore. And I mean, all 4 runs on Saturday, including the roll race. You know, I'm doing 35 at the start line, and I still couldn't pass 150.
Yeah, I wonder what that is.
And with a high charge too. I mean, I showed up with 95 tonight. I had, I think, 93, 94 the other night. So there's something funky going on with my top end. But hey, that just makes our cars that much closer. So especially now that I'm 3% lower after that race, our next race could be really close, even if we leave together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
1 mile an hour
Cool.
off.
Cool.
1 mile an hour off, yeah.
So you were higher mile an hour in the previous run? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, but I pulled the wheels off the ground too, so.
Wow.
Not by much, but they came up.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to seeing the video on that.
You can get a picture of it if you want.
Yeah, let me take a real photo, but yeah, great pass. I knew at half track I wasn't going to catch you.
Well, I figured the way the first 2 passes were, with the way it was gripping, I didn't have any issues with spin, because Saturday night the track was tore up.
Yeah.
This one I actually launched at like 1200 RPM and it just dead hooked. That's why I got that 60.
Yeah. So. And I think you were the second car down in that lane, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
So that sure helps.
Yeah.
Cool.
Oh yeah, I just followed his groove is what I did.
Yeah. Cool. Thanks, Mike.
Yeah.
How's that Demon running?
Oh, it ain't mine.
Oh, okay.
That one's mine.
Oh, we were I met you out at Showtime. Yeah. How's the T-Bird running? That's like a high 8-second car, isn't it?
Huh?
High 8-second car?
If I run quarter mile?
Yeah. Oh, we faster than that. Because I thought you were telling me it was like running high 5s in the
I was around a 5:49.
in the 8th mile.
Yeah.
Okay, you're not geared for quarter?
Yeah, I can.
Okay.
I didn't know they were doing time all the way down. Maybe on my 3rd pass and I run it through.
Okay.
Brand new.
Did you hit red?
Should run like an 850 or so.
You hit red line before you get?
Ain't no red line.
There's no red line? I like your style.
The rev limiter is set higher than what it takes to go through the quarter mile.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Nice. I think they're going to be waving us through pretty soon, so I got to find a dance partner. Maybe this Demon with a little luck. Well, unfortunately, we couldn't find a competitive dance partner, so we're just over here in the fast lanes, and we'll just see what happens here. Luck of the draw, who we get lined up with. There's some fast cars over here, but there's also a lot of 10-second cars. This Fear of the Bow Tie Monte Carlo we've raced a number of times. It runs 10s, same as the Orange Crush, and my buddy Bob's C4 Corvette right over here alongside us. But some of these cars I don't know, and the drivers weren't around as I jumped in the car, so I don't know anything about this Vega. Maybe we'll get lined up against it, or who knows, maybe we'll get lined up against that full-on dragster right there. I don't like my chances against that car. Usually they'll send these things down solo, but once in a while they'll line up a car next to it, so I'm game. Whoever they line me up with is quite alright with me, as long as they can keep it in their lane, keep it straight. We put it in drag strip mode. We'll be peak performance ready in 2 minutes. That should be enough time by the time we get to the tree. And we're at 89% after 2 runs. We got here at 95% tonight. Let's see who we get lined up with. Well, luck of the draw has lined us up against this Thunderbird, and I do know some things about this Thunderbird because I've talked to this guy a number of times at different tracks, and this is an 8-second Thunderbird, so not sure if he's going to run it out to the quarter. I think he typically runs 1/8 mile. So we got no chance of beating this guy in the 1/8 mile or the quarter mile. I am interested in seeing it go down though, but my chances on this race are slim and none. And Slim just left town. We've raced both of those red cars a number of times, and they're both 10-second cars. Not any competition for this Plaid. What am I lining up with this car for? For fun, that's what for. We're gonna try to get into launch mode here as far as we can. Full tree. Here we go. Definition of getting gapped. You know you've been gapped when you can read the other guy's time on the board. I wasn't able to read the mile an hour though. I was going 150 or thereabouts. Now if I was watching the video like you guys are, yeah, you can read both numbers, but when you're out here doing it live at that kind of speed, and obviously my priority is keeping the car straight. Fun pass. How you doing? Thank you. So I ran a 932 at 147.5, and the Thunderbird, he ran an 857 at 158.9 miles an hour. He had a good reaction of 024 to my 131, which is worse than all the reactions I had at Showtime last night. All of them were under a 10th. He 60-footed a 121 to my 150, and I was just under 4 seconds to the 330. He was 355, and to the 1/8 mile, I said he was a 550 car. He ran 550 to my 604. He was already doing almost 127 miles an hour at half track to my 118.9. The more runs I make, the more I think there's something different with the software. Because even when we're running high 2s and low 930s, we're not running those 151 mile an hour passes like we were running so easily before. Remember, we showed up at the track with 95%. We were 89% at the beginning of this run. Drag strip mode, peak performance ready. We launched it with launch control. I mean, sometimes it'll run 3 920s in a row, but the time it ran 3 920s in a row, I seem to recall they were all over 150. So something's different. I enjoyed that pass. There's Greg, let's talk to him. Greg, well, they lined us up. Like I told you, it was gonna be luck of the draw. And
I went and ran it through.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping you would.
857 with a 5, 158.95.
I saw your 857 on the board. You know, that's the official definition of getting gapped, is when you can read the other guy's ET off the scoreboard as you're going under it. Sorry, your mile an hour was?
158.95.
158.95. I wasn't able to read the mile an hour. I was going I was going 147 myself, but
8th mile was 126.84.
Oh, yeah. With a 550.
550 with a 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was other one. First one was a 549 with a 7, so pretty damn close. Yeah,
you know, I was just saying into the camera that I thought you ran 550s, and there you laid it down. So 550.
Yep.
That was fun. I mean, it was good to see your car launching. I'm looking forward to seeing the video of exactly, but your car stays down. It doesn't really get up, and you don't have bars on there, do you?
You got wheelie bars on.
Okay, I haven't really.
Tucked right underneath the back end, and then I just put an anti-roll bar in it because it used to come out, instead of coming out nice and straight and level. Yeah. It used to pull like this.
How I'll see the video, but how high does it come up with the bars on? I mean, does it hit the bars every time?
I'm sure it does, because they're only like this far off the ground.
Yeah, you've got them set pretty low, pretty aggressive there. Let's take a look at his Thunderbird real quick. This is an all-out race car, no doubt about it. I mean, fully caged, obviously, just the one driver's seat. Shifter, almost nothing in here. Big tire slicks. You can see the wrinkles on there. And on that tire. And shoot. And you can't really see the wheelie bars. There's not much light on them, but they are really close to the ground to prevent it from getting way up. Unlike that Firebird I ran on Saturday where it was dragging the back bumper. So, yeah, tubbed and full-on race car here.
I know I slowed down. Forgot I left my phone in my pocket. More extra weight. Extra.
The phone? Yeah. Any little bit. Hey, can I take a quick photo of your time slip?
You want to see what it looks like?
Yeah, anything you can show me here. I know the viewers love to...
Wait a minute. We can't lift the hood. It's experimental everything.
You got any secrets here?
A whole bunch of them.
Gonna blow them wide open. Wow. That's a motor. What's your displacement?
598.
598. And just a single
Dominator.
1250. And a, looks like the Victor.
Yeah.
Edelbrock manifold. And those are some pretty good size headers. Is that like, what's that header pipe size? Is that like
2 1/4.
2 1/4? Yeah.
Yeah, it likes that top end pull. The big forks in the head.
Yeah. So, how is this thing geared and what trams are you running?
Got Power Glide.
Okay, Glide. So you're just
411 gear.
Just a one shift and 411, and with that tall of a tire. Yeah, you've got a good top end on this thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only thing I didn't set the pack to do playback, so I don't know what the top RPM was, but I know just after I crossed the 8th mile, the shift light came on, which is 6,800. So I figured it's, somewhere around 72, 74.
At the so as you cross the quarter mile traps, you were at
probably 7,400.
7,400. Gotcha. Thanks for going down with me, and we'll do it again. Thanks, Greg. This Hellcat's on nitrous. I saw the motor earlier in the solenoids. Don't know if the bottle's visible or not. Can't see it. It's also gutted. So I raced a gutted nitrous Hellcat once before, but I was at 40% battery, as everybody at the track knew, and then they all lied about it and said I was at 100% just in order to get views on a YouTube video. Not the case here tonight. I'm not at 100% tonight either. I'm in the 80% range somewhere, but I'm a whole lot higher than 40%. You can see he's also got beadlock drag radials. He's on a Mickey Thompson ET Street Radial Pro. That's 315 it looks like, and that's a whole lot of tire back there. Traction should not be his problem, especially since we're over here in the Pro Tree lanes that get sent down first, which means right after they prep the track, we'll have the best traction. For this pass, we'll be starting at 85%. Looking forward to seeing what this Charger can do. All right, we're gonna run this nitrous Hellcat Charger. We're in drag strip mode, but it says it needs 6 minutes before peak performance will be ready. We didn't have enough time to warm it up. It was just like boom, the track was ready to go. So I think we'll be all right though. Now this is going to be a Pro Tree again. We're on the Pro Tree side. We're at 85% battery coming into this, and the track is plenty sticky. Try to get launch mode going, but we got to be ready for that Pro Tree. Ready, set, there it goes. Oh yeah, we got this. like he was almost certainly in the 9s. He wasn't that far behind us. We got a race lined up with a Demon for our next race, and he's on the high octane tune. Thank you.
Yep.
I had a feeling we'd run a 940 since we were 6 minutes away from peak performance ready. We had a 289 reaction on that Pro Tree, well, because we knew it was coming. If we'd had that reaction against the black modified Challenger, we'd have had a different outcome, of course. Like I say, give me whatever tree you want to give me, just tell me what it's going to be. And I did know that it was going to be a Pro Tree, except I wasn't conscious of it as I rolled up to the light. So as long as I know what the tree is going to be, it makes all the difference in the world. So without peak performance ready, we ran a 941 at 147.89 with a 155 60 foot, so not great on that, and a 406 to the 330. That tells me a lot because we had several 330s tonight that were under 4 seconds flat, and this one's 406, and a 612 to the 8th mile at only 116.9 miles an hour. So as I was saying earlier, I'm very suspicious about why this car won't do 150 miles an hour before. So we'll try to get lined up with that Demon next.
Good run.
Is that one kit or 2 kits in there?
Huh?
1 kit or 2 kits of nitrous in your...
No nitrous.
Oh, that one?
No.
Oh, I thought that was the nitrous one. That,
No, yeah, but I didn't run it today.
Oh, you didn't run the nitrous on
No,
that pass.
no,
Gotcha.
yeah.
I ran a 9.4. What do you cut? You're in the 9s, right?
Yeah, I was 9.9.
9.9?
Yep.
Is that about what it does without the juice?
Without the juice, yeah. And I mean, I kind of felt that I spun too.
Oh,
yeah.
did you?
Yeah.
We were like the 3rd, 4th car down,
Yeah.
so I thought the rep was...
I kind of felt that I don't like kind of I didn't.
Yeah.
I guess I should have heat up the tire, heat up the button more.
Oh, yeah. How much faster when you squeeze it?
I don't know, we haven't tested it out yet, so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
you just set it up with that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right now we use it.
Yeah, I saw the solenoids when the hook was
Yeah,
up
but
there.
whenever we use it, so I haven't tested it out yet. Just right now we use the process.
Yeah, you gotta get the baseline, absolutely.
That's it, yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate the run.
Well, I appreciate you. Thank you.
Thanks,
yeah.
man.
Nice, yeah.
See ya. So, Fred, did I let you have the 840 horse tune?
Nope.
You dropped it down to 808? Because you were like high 90 octane, you think, or something?
Yeah, it was funny you asked that because I looked down at the dash and it said fuel not high enough for, but I had it at the line.
Yeah.
When I pulled up to the grid and I looked back down, it's gone. Like I was thinking it was going to be, because I put,
Because you mixed.
I put eight gallons in it, and then I burned it to nothing, just because I knew I had an engine light on, and I read about what it was and talked to a few people and realized, I probably got to maybe clean the O2s or put new O2 sensors in them. And the dealer told me, hey, it's under warranty if you want to bring it in. I ended up going to a tuner, and he just deleted the code, and he says it's just the one side. There's 4 of them. Just the one side, you're fine. I'm like, okay, I'll run tonight. Well, that was yesterday. So long story short, I went to get fuel here. I bought the right fuel today, but I was too full. So I'm like, I'll just get it at the track where they're out of it. So you run a 109 octane in here, and you mix it with a half a tank at least. We burn a quarter tank, I figured if they would have had 109 here, leaded, I would have been fine. It's fine. It's really similar to what I ran at, I ran a 659 and 8 here just now, and I was running a 667 in my Superstock. I just got
That is pretty close.
Yeah, so,
but
this is only 1 horsepower more.
Yeah. Unless you got the high octane tune, right?
But it definitely felt like I got a good hook.
So under 650s with the high octane tune, you think? Should be, right?
Yeah, it should be. Like the guy that was racing me, he had an orange Demon, and we were racing each other at showtime, and he was running right at 633s in the 8th, and I was 667.
Okay.
So he was a full car length ahead of me.
Yeah, Klaus, probably.
Older gentleman, real nice guy.
Yeah, Klaus. I know the guy. He's run my other Tesla a few times as well, and he was very competitive. But on the standard tune, running like 660, 670s.
Yeah.
We ran both high octane and low octane tunes out at 2 times.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. I like that guy Klaus. He's a lot of fun.
Run up. Yeah, he was a real neat guy.
Yeah.
He taught me a lot.
Yeah.
couple different things. I'm
Cool.
gonna pull up and then let air out of that tire.
Yeah, and if we get to the front, you know, just give him the signal and you'll go left, I'll go right. All right, we're all set to run the Demon next. Unfortunately, he's not in the high octane tune anymore. He said he mixed his gas. He had 93 octane in it before and added 109, and it allowed him to run the high octane tune as he was coming into the burnout box. He requires 104 octane, but then it bumped him out because it recognized that the fuel going through the lines wasn't 104 at that moment. So whichever tune he's got, we're gonna give him the move. We always like a competitive race, and we're not trying to blow anybody out of the water by a second or more or anything. So we'll let him move. He chose left lane, we'll take right. It'll be a full tree on this pass. We're coming in from this side, what they call a sportsman tree, where the yellows go, you know, yellow, 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 green, as opposed to that pro tree that you saw in 2 of those races tonight. They just all light up immediately. Hard to believe it's been like 4 years since the Demon came out, right? 2018. I'm glad Dodge built the Demon. It kind of kept the horsepower wars going. It kind of actually jump-started the horsepower wars. Now, a lot of cars have been down this track. You can see it. We're giving him the move, so hopefully we don't spin. And he's 60 foots faster than the Plaid does. I just saw him run a 144. Okay, we're peak performance ready now, so no reason not to put it into launch mode. We are giving him the move, so we'll wait till he moves here. There it goes. All right, we gotta catch him. He's way out of this. Yeah, we got him. Get him 146, 60 foot to our 151. There goes. All right, we gotta catch him. He's way out of this. Yeah, we got him. Get him 146, 60 foot to our 151. And when you give a car a move like that, it's usually 3/10 of a second. We'll see it on the slip. I think I reacted pretty good to his move. I think we caught him by half track. Sorry. Thank you. Thanks, man. Well, we ran another 9.3. So we were drag strip mode peak performance ready on that pass that we weren't on the previous one. I ran a 936 at 147.99. All the runs tonight, right there around 147. I had a 151 60 foot and a 401 to the 330. 608 at the 8th mile at 116.8. A good pass. Let's talk to Fred and see his ticket. For a second there, I wasn't sure I was going to catch you.
I got slower that time.
Did you? Oh, sorry to hear it. Your 60 foot was still in the 1.4s.
Yeah.
I think I had a 151.
I lowered the air pressure and I think it went backwards one.
Yeah.
This is the one we just ran.
10.4, yeah.
Yeah, I slowed down.
10.3 on that one. I thought I was going to run like a 9.5, and if I gave you the move and you ran 10.3 again, you would have been within a couple of tenths.
Yeah.
But my car actually ran faster than I expected.
Yeah, that's
It's strange because I had a 9.4 or something on the previous one, and every pass, you know, my battery's getting lower and lower.
Yeah. What was the reaction on that one?
Yeah, you had a 243 and I had a 639. I was waiting for you to move.
Oh, were you?
And I was hoping to be within a 3/10, but I was actually right around 4/10 off from you. So you had 4/10 there. So you see, that was my point. If I ran a 950 with 4/10 on the move, that would have been a 990 pass.
Yeah. But you ran a
And
950.
I was hoping you were going to run more like a 10.1 or something and have it be close.
Yeah.
But yeah, 127. Is that your typical mile an hour?
That's what this one is. Yeah.
That one too?
127. You got 127 there also?
Yeah, 127.04.
So I think I was spinning a little more off the line with a lower pressure.
Yeah. Did you try to bump it into the high octane tune again?
No.
No.
I didn't even bother because
yeah, it's gonna bump
right
you
now
out.
I'll try it.
you don't want to be on the ragged edge of it anyway, right?
No.
I mean, you want to be
No, it's activated.
confidently in it. Oh, now it'll take it. Can I take a quick
As I
shot?
go to
I haven't
run,
seen- I
it'll-
haven't seen that screen before.
Yeah.
So that's what it says, high octane fuel activated. But that's at idle.
Yeah.
And so it bumped you out.
Bumped me out when I
before
got
or
it.
after the burnout?
I think in the burnout.
In the burnout, yeah. Yeah, it's running all that fuel through there. Gotcha. Cool. Well, it's an awesome car. I was just saying, you know, how much I love the fact that Dodge did this because it kind of kept the horsepower wars going. I mean,
Yeah.
my car probably wouldn't have the power it's got if not for this car.
Yeah, you never know.
You know?
I mean, it's pretty impressive. I'm building a golf car right now that'll do 50.
Yeah.
It's got a right at about 70. It's a 72 volt battery I put in it,
Yeah.
and the Navita kit. But it's electric power is where it's at. It's definitely it's enjoyable though. I love the old muscle cars.
Yeah, me too. I mean, that's why, like, there's another Plaid out here. I don't want to race it. There's no point.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
I want something loud, big smoky burnout next to me. That's what makes it fun. I mean,
Yeah.
I grew up with these cars, my Camaros, my Fox body, all the, you know, cars, nitros, etc. that I had, big cams.
Yeah.
And that's where the fun is at. But it's kind of ironic that you're building that golf cart when the announcer up there, that's what he always calls me every time I roll
Is
into
that right?
the line.
Does he
Yeah,
really?
There
Yeah.
comes the golf cart.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm actually building an LS powered H1 Hummer right now.
Oh, nice.
And I just ordered all the header material we're gonna put together. We have to build our own set of headers. Obviously, you can't
Yeah.
find a set.
What's your horsepower target on that motor?
It's already built, dynoed at 1,060.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's gonna be a fun truck. It'll be
That's-
out here just having fun.
That's 40 horsepower more than my car. And what do you think the vehicle weight on that? It's probably like, is that like 7 grand or something?
We're right at 7,200. I think.
7,200,
so we're
yeah, because mine's
almost-
5,000 with me in it.
Is it 5,000?
Yeah. 48 plus I'm 200. But yeah, that's too much of a weight difference that I don't think that 40 horsepower is going to get
No,
you
not
into
really.
the nines. But that
No.
should be a 10-second
It'd be a fun truck.
You're powering its own wheels?
Yeah.
Yeah. That'll be an interesting build. I look
Now-
forward to seeing that out here.
Yeah, it'll be
pretty
neat.
awesome.
It'll be a lot of fun. We're building it at my shop. I've got a business in Largo. We do laser cutting
Okay.
and water jet cutting.
Yeah.
So we manufacture parts for all industries. So it's pretty neat to see some
Cool,
of the
cool.
stuff.
What's the name of the company? I'll put it on the screen.
Profusion.
Profusion.
Yep.
With a S or a Z?
S.
Okay.
Yep,
Cool.
Profusion Corporation. We do anything from artwork to sculptures to structural, all sorts of different industries we work
Yeah.
with. But
Yeah.
it's exciting. So I love working in the motorsports here and there. You know, we do twin turbo kit for a guy every
Yeah.
once in a while. We'll run the exhaust through the hood.
And
You might
it's-
see a guy out here, Sam Warner. He's got a really nice little Laguna Seca Mustang Yellow. It's called the School
Oh,
Box.
I know the one.
Yeah, we
I know
built
the
that
one. It's got
kit.
the "In God We Trust"
Yes,
on the back.
yes.
I know that car. I've
We
raced him
have-
a few times.
Yeah.
No time more than here. I
He's
think
catching
running
you now.
about
He's in the 9s finally.
Oh, is he now?
He's finally got a new transmission. That's what a lot of his problem was, the transmission issues. And,
But he's still manual?
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I respect that fully. My
Yeah.
Fox body was a 5-speed.
He was just out here. I think he went a 980.
Okay.
And I don't know if he was here, though. I don't think he's been on this track with it since he's got the transmission. I think he went to some other
On
race.
Saturday, he was lined up over there, but
Oh, he
traction
was here. That is where he was. Okay.
Traction was horrible on
Was it?
Saturday. Nobody was getting down. Yeah, I mean, they had 200 cars and they were just rushing, just doing a really nasty quick prep. But yeah, so I'll look for him and expect him to
If
be
you
doing a little bit more in there.
look at the under the hood, when you lift it up, we put our logo in his exhaust because we made that whole exhaust coming up through.
I love
Cut
the way
the holes in the hood and
exhaust
made them the
is.
nice little bezels with the pony. You know,
And some of the videos
he's
of
an
our
awesome
racing,
guy, by the way. If you ever get to
Yeah,
talk
yeah,
to him,
yeah.
he's a really
I've,
good guy. Yeah.
I've talked to him quite a
I
number of times.
tried getting him to come here. I was trying to get him to come tonight.
Yeah, I'll still try to act surprised next time I see him
There you
run.
go.
But you know, when I'm lined up next to him and I've got the GoPros right on his car, you can see the flames
sparks. Isn't that
sometimes
awesome?
shooting out of the out of those pipes
Yeah.
on the hood, which are totally awesome.
Well, he's kind of funny, you know. He's like, "Hey, did you guys try it yet?" I'm like, "I don't drive customer cars, man.
Yeah.
I will be glad to go for a ride with you when you get it all tuned and done." You know, I'm like, I don't even start your car.
So is that like 5-speed manual, 6?
5-speed.
5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty much an all-stock car, and then he was running nitrous, and then he went ahead and put turbos on it.
Yeah, I like his turbo setup.
Yeah, he did a neat job. He had a good vision with that. I was glad that he wanted to do that. I was like, I'm excited to put these.
Full props to anybody who's shifting it themselves. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, I get comments on my channel. People are like, oh, you know, doesn't take any skill to drive that car. Well, half the cars out here, you know, they got traction control, you know, they got,
Oh yeah.
I mean, your average Hellcat 707, it does take some special skill to drive that car. You do a burnout, you point it, you hit it,
Not
it's
really,
automatic.
'cause I drive both. I've got a 1970 and it's got a 512-inch motor with 2 4-barrel. They're fuel injected, but there's no traction control. It's your foot, and I'm shifting a 5-speed Tremec, which I'm going to change that pretty soon. I still want to shift the gears, but it's got a 20-inch wheel on it with a drag radial, and so I've always enjoyed running a stick shift car out here. It's fun, especially on this track. It's the right gear ratio I've got for a quarter mile, and I run out there at showtime on occasion. It's just not quite as fun as out here.
The one manual I had was my Fox body, and it had a Fogger 175 horse setup, and you know, for the time it was quick. This was my first brand new car, bought new back in '89. Yeah. And you know, not that many people were racing with stick shifts. Even then, you know, I mean, the Glide is, you know, what all the races have got. You know what I mean? But I had a blast with that car. That's the one car that I regret ever selling. The only one. But I'm going to take a photo of these and I'll bring it right back.
All right, buddy. No problem.
Thanks, Fred.
You got it.
Don't know the exact mods on this Hellcat Charger, but I'm told it's running really fast. It's got some Mickeys on it. ET Street R's, 305s, and Racemaster Skinnies up front. All right, last pass of the night. Staging lanes are closing. We're running against this modified Hellcat Charger. I'm gonna let him have the move, and it should be pretty close. When I gave that Demon the move, it was worth 0.4 seconds just about. And there's maybe 0.5 between our ETs on this pass. Of course, there's a lot of variables, traction. It's pretty chilly out here now. It says 60 degrees, but the DA is really good for these supercharged cars. And we are now peak performance ready in drag strip mode. Now we're over on the Pro Tree side, but the nice thing about giving a car the move from the Pro Tree lanes is I can ignore the tree altogether and just wait for his car to move. I'm watching his car instead of watching the tree.
That was funny, wasn't it?
Glad we didn't run that Camaro. He had a major problem out there. And now I see some guys pointing to the track. Not good. We are preparing for launch here. I'm watching him. Not the light. There he goes. Yeah, no, we'll get him. Matching 150, 160 foots. There he goes. He's a little down on me. Yeah, no, we'll get him. Matching 150, 160 foots. This car is pulling hard. It's not that far behind us. Thank you. Looks like we ran a 939. Thanks for the pass. Oh, maybe he knows me. So, Robert, what's your personal best in this car?
10:15. I ran earlier.
Oh, okay. Same as that pass.
Yeah.
So just pulleys and are you on pump gas or
no pulley?
No pulley. No. So what are your mods?
Just the Tune E85.
E85.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're doing it with the stock fuel system, the E85. You didn't have to.
I just put a booster pump on it.
A booster pump. Okay, cool. So if you don't mind me asking, who did your tune?
ZH tunes.
ZH.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, I've been racing a lot of Hellcats, Redeyes, and stuff lately. I'm going to post a video tomorrow of 2 Redeyes that I ran on Saturday. One had 972 horses dynoed, and the other was 920.
I'm going to go do mine on Monday. It should be 8:15 to 8:20ish.
Okay.
I haven't touched the supercharger yet. I don't want to touch. I'm trying to get into the 9s without touching it.
Yeah.
If I'd have yanked the seats out, I'd have done it tonight. So.
Thanks for the race, I'll post it probably next week or something.
Sounds good, man.
Thanks,
all right.
Thanks, Robert. Have a good one, man. After these last couple of videos, we've had some interesting comments about my inability to remember that it's going to be a pro tree. Now, every drag racer has their preferred tree that they race on. The majority of the time I go with a Sportsman or what's called a full tree. But every once in a while, when I want to race a car that's particularly interesting, I need to go over to the pro tree lanes, and I've been bitten by that more than once because sometimes we're waiting an hour for the lanes to open up and we finally get called to the front, and there's a lot of other things to be concerned with, getting into drag strip mode, maybe trying to get into launch mode, maybe trying to narrate interesting points to the camera, and by the time the tree starts to fall, I've completely forgotten that it's a pro tree because I've only made over 1,000 passes in the last 2 years on a Sportsman tree. So partly based on an idea that one of the viewers commented in the comment section, you probably know who you are, my wife took action, and now we've got this that we can just put right here on the dash, and doesn't matter if it falls down as I race or whatever, but the point is when I pull up to the line, I'm not gonna forget what tree it is. And yeah, by the way, this is where the air comes out for the climate system. So normally when I'm drag racing, the climate is completely turned off, so there won't be any breeze coming through here like there is right now. So I can just set that there, and yeah, when the momentum causes it to come off, who cares? It's about making that reaction. And with that little placard dead in front of me in a nice fluorescent pink, courtesy of my wife, I don't think we'll have that problem anymore. There's always a solution to these things. Let's get out and drag race.